Hey guys, welcome to the Superdrug channel. I'm Sal and I've now teamed up with them on the latest new campaign, Beauty Without Bias. I'm going to go and explore different areas of the LGBT community, find out different issues and learn myself. As a beauty blogger myself, I've been doing makeup for many years now. I enjoy it, it's the best thing I do. I built a career from it. I wanted to meet some people in the UK who are a beauty influencer themselves or who love wearing makeup themselves. I'm on my way to meet Gary. Gary's a beauty boy himself. I met Gary, when was it? A couple of years ago at an event. First thing I said to Gary when I saw him, I was like, oh my god, I love your eyebrows and your makeup. And he was like, thank you, and then we just become good friends since then. So how are you, Gary, you okay?
I'm good, you?
You look nice, I like what you're wearing.
Oh, thanks.
Does makeup play a big part in your life?
I guess makeup's always played a big part in my life because from when I was 16, it helped me cover like my bad skin and I had really bad acne. So I guess it's always been a part of me. And I guess because I do makeup for a job, I feel like it's always just been a part of my daily routine and my life and my work. So I guess it has changed my life because I get work from it and it's opened up so many doors. So like I've got to work with some really big brands and I'm getting like a really good second income from it. And I just feel like the positives weigh out the negatives.
So how do you deal with negative comments like online, in general public?
Well, I guess when I wear makeup day to day, I'm going to receive negative comments from people on the street or on Instagram. And I feel like it's just best to brush it off your shoulder just because when you're trying to be your true self or do something different, not everyone's going to understand. So I just won't give these trolls any of my time.
So if you were to work in another industry like in an office and a 9-to-5 job, would you change your makeup differently or would you still keep it the same?
I worked in a different job. I would still wear makeup, but I would have to adapt it for me to feel comfortable. Like, if I was working in an office, which I've worked in an office before, I wouldn't necessarily wear like a full glam look. I'd probably just wear like a tinted moisturizer, some concealer, and some powder, just so I looked healthy and refreshed.
So if I was to put you on an island now and you're stranded, what makeup would you take with you?
If I could only take one product, I think I'd take an amazing body oil because it makes your body like glow so much and it's got like an SPF in it which is going to help protect me from the sun as well.
I just want to say thank you for coming to meet me, Gary. Keep slaying the highlighter and keep inspiring people. Honestly, you're amazing.
Thank you. It's been amazing talking to you and I'm sure I'll see you soon.
Definitely. It was a pleasure meeting Gary. Me and Gary actually share the similar stories and experiences. But not only this, I'm going to meet this guy called Billy. Billy came out at the age of 7 and starred in the Channel 4 documentary. I really want to find out more information on how he came out.
So I came out to my mum. We were sat in the car. I think we were listening to a Mika song called Billy Brown, which was about some guy that left his wife like for a new husband and everything. And my mum turned to me and she asked me, she was like, I've always had a feeling, like, are you gay? And I said yes. And it was almost like I didn't even really know what it was, but I did at the same point because I mean, look at me now. I started wearing makeup when I was about 12 and it was just like little bits of concealer and that my mum had got me from the pound shop. And yeah, I like started adding little bits along the way. Like I had my eyebrows done at some career convention while some big sassy girl did my like eyebrows for the first time. I was like 14. I was walking around completely obsessed with them. And seeing the instant support from my mum, it kind of like led me along into thinking that I can just be who I am completely and she's always going to be fine with it. So I could like try around with things that I liked that was like artistic, like makeup. And that's how I got into it as well. First of all, just like little bits of foundation and that, and just like kind of ran with it and knew that, you know, she would always be there to support me no matter what I looked like.
Has your looks changed from like leaving school to now?
Honestly, thinking about it, I like never changed at any point from what was like my own aesthetic. Like going to school in the first place, even though I was like constantly bothered for how I looked by the teachers, like my makeup and my hair, the way that I'd have it, I'd like never ever changed anything. I was always like the problem child with that. I was one of the leading students to organise a fashion show and I organised the entire thing with a few others and there was one space left for one dress and I decided to do it in drag, but the head teacher told me that I wasn't allowed to do it and told me that it was wrong. So I went home that night and written an email saying about how I'd gone and found out that it like goes against the 2010 Discrimination Act, and the next day got called back into his office to say, as a school, we've realised that we should be supporting you. And I mean, I got my way. I walked down that runway in that dress, my like blue wig. I was feeling it. I'd honestly say just go with it. Like, if you wanna do makeup and experiment and stuff, it'll take a while to get good at it as well. So just go for it and do it. Don't worry about what anyone else says. I mean, I never did, and I feel like it's got me to a place now where I feel like so happy and confident stepping out of the house in a face full of makeup, because I can think like, I feel like I look good today, and that makes me happy.
If I was to put you on an island now, what one product would you take with you?
Or it'd have to be the Holographic highlight palette as well. I wear that stuff every day, and the purple shade is just blinding. And a plus as well is that you'd be able to like signal up to helicopters to come save you because it's shining.
That's a good one. As an influencer myself, people expect me to wear makeup on a daily basis. I'm now on my way to meet Scott to find out how he deals with wearing makeup on a normal 9-to-5 job.
I've always seen my female friends since a very young age, because I've always had female friends, have either their nails painted or their makeup, or, you know, like trying a little lipstick. So watching them do it has like attracted me to start myself. So when I was younger, I had this little silvery lipstick, which I used to love playing with, you know, put it on and stuff. But I do feel quite lucky that my mum obviously allowed me to do that, because I know it's not like that for a lot of kids even these days.
So what made you get into makeup first?
Probably in college with the eyebrows. I think the eyebrows then were starting on the trend, and practice makes perfect. Like I started, I mean, I looked an absolute mess. My eyebrows were like one down here, one up there. But so I definitely didn't start like full glam.
My friend Gary mentioned to me that when he works at an office, he would tone down his makeup, for example, like just have a natural base on without the lashes and the full-on highlighter. And for example, if he's working on a makeup counter or something, he would go full out. So what do you think about this? Like, what would you do?
Even though I've said, you know, I keep it all neutral colours and keep professional, because that's quite important to me at work, being professional. We recently did go under new management, and that's when I was actually pulled aside and told to remove my makeup. And I felt a bit shocked, because I didn't even have anything like much on, and I wasn't seeing my other colleagues, my female colleagues, being pulled away for their makeup. And you know, for my instance, I felt they actually wore more than I did, so it didn't add up why I was being told to remove it. So I just you know, said I wouldn't, which didn't go down too well, but just carried on my day, really. I raised my complaint formally, and it's important to stand for what you believe in, you know. So
what advice would you give guys in a regular workplace?
Well, if you're not in a beauty job, you know, professionalism is the key for me. So speak up if you're being targeted in that way. Like you said, just stay true to yourself. Like, you don't have to change drastically if you're, you know, wearing loads of makeup at home. You still come to work with makeup, but just stay professional about it.
Scott, honestly, you are really strong, and you inspire so many people out there to wear makeup on a daily basis and like work-wise. And I just want to say, like, trust me, keep doing what you're doing, and you're amazing. Thank you for meeting me.
Oh, well, thank you for having me.
Doing this whole beauty boy thing, I've actually met so many interesting people, really inspiring people, shared so many good stories. Honestly, I've learned a lot. So if you enjoyed this video, guys, make sure you give it a thumbs up and do subscribe and come back for more videos. Trust me, you won't be disappointed.